This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. May the 31st, final day of the month.
Oh,
John Scalzi says if you liked yesterday, you'll like today. If you didn't like yesterday, you won't like today.
That's fair. Yeah, I think that's probably true. It's going to be very similar to yesterday, except maybe we'll see a few more showers around in the afternoon. That'll be mostly in inland areas, and I don't think they'll move a whole lot. So the rain chances are really going to be heavily weighted toward inland locations today. Now, over the next several days, that might change a little bit, and that's what we'll be talking about in just a few minutes. Taking a look at the radar, you can see those scattered showers down to the south of us. They are going to stay out in Gulf waters. That's not a big issue for our morning commute, but we will get a little bit of the cloud cover from scattered showers that are located north and south of us to our west. We will also see a lot of sunshine around today, so don't worry about that. UV indexes will still be high, and we'll look for daytime high temperatures to climb up to near the 90 mark. Rain chance at 20%, but that too will be going up over the next several days. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few. Back to you guys.
All right, John, here is the scene right now in Manatee County. A little delay there on 301 northbound as you head toward the railroad tracks there at Tropicana, heading toward downtown Bradenton. Farther south in the maps in Sarasota County, Bee Ridge already. Little construction delays there heading eastbound between, I would say, Beneva and Honore. And the South County map all clear at 6:02 on your Wednesday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, new developments from President Trump's administration as the investigation into Russia's influence in the 2016 election reaches closer to the president.
ABC's Kenneth Moten has the latest.
This morning, Trump advisors under the congressional microscope. It's going really well. Ex-National Security Advisor Michael Flynn will now give up some documents in the Senate's expanding investigation into Russia's election meddling. A source tells ABC News a narrow subpoena made it easier for Flynn to cooperate without waiving his Fifth Amendment rights.
Mr. Michael Cohen.
The congressional probe also now focused on President Trump's confidant and personal attorney Michael Cohen. Cohen told ABC News he declined an invite to testify, saying the request was poorly phrased, overly broad, and not capable of being answered.
I would say to Mr. Cohen that we will issue a subpoena and he will be compelled to come and speak.
The Senate also wants to question former White House and campaign aide Boris Epshteyn.
We love Trump.
But the president's son-in-law and advisor, Jared Kushner, is under increased scrutiny. Investigators want to know why he met secretly in December with officials at the New York branch of a Russian bank, previously known as a U.S. base for Kremlin spies. The White House asked if or when Trump knew Kushner was trying to set up back channels with Russia before taking office.
I think that assumes a lot, and I would just say that Mr. Kushner's attorney has said that Mr. Kushner has volunteered to share with Congress what he knows about these meetings.
The White House did not deny Kushner tried to set up secret communications, only pointing to the top administration officials who say back channels are an appropriate part of diplomacy. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, President Trump is now widening his search for a new FBI director 3 weeks after firing James Comey from that position. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer says Trump met with 2 additional candidates to lead the agency. They are former Transportation Security Administration head John Pistole and Chris Wray, a former top Justice Department official.
Big story here. At least 80 are dead, 300 injured. What's believed to be a suicide car bombing in Afghanistan overnight. The explosion happened at the peak of Kabul's rush hour when roads were packed with commuters. The neighborhood is considered one of the safest in the area, with several foreign embassies nearby. It's believed the Taliban is involved. We'll have more on this throughout the day and also on Good Morning America. As concerns grow over North Korea's missile testing, the U.S. military conducted its own intercepting test over the ocean. A mock enemy missile fired from the Marshall Islands was targeted by an interceptor deployed off Santa Barbara. This one's not easy. Experts say the technology is so precise, it's like trying to hit a bullet with another bullet.
So this is a very crucial test for the Pentagon and for the Missile Defense Agency. North Korea is working on development of an intercontinental ballistic missile that would be designed to target and hit the United States.
North Korea's dictator Kim Jong-un has tested about a dozen missiles himself so far this year.
A man is in custody this morning after a scare involving a fake gun at Orlando International Airport. Orlando Police Chief John Mina says officers only realized it wasn't a real gun after apprehending the suspect. The man, identified as Michael Wayne Pettigrew, was arrested after a lengthy standoff. Mina says Pettigrew is a former Marine and is now undergoing a mental evaluation. Meanwhile, airport authorities say they believe quick police response saved lives.
Responding, you couldn't have had a better group of people dealing with what was a truly very dangerous situation.
Pettigrew is expected to be held on charges of aggravated assault for pointing the simulated firearm at officers. Fortunately, no one was hurt in that situation.
Severe weather rolled through North Carolina, injuring some 14 people. Look at this video. Storms caused damage in Sampson County, where officials say that more than a dozen homes are damaged, and also a turkey farm was destroyed. There are also several downed trees and power lines. Among those hurt, one woman who says neighbors say was trapped inside a home that flipped over and rolled due to those high winds. And speaking of bad weather, tomorrow marks the start of hurricane season on the Atlantic. So we've got a special show for you tomorrow at 7 p.m., Thursday, June 1st. Our weather team has more details on hurricane evacuation routes and supplies. Also, it's a call-in show as well. You can have experts answer your questions. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. right here on ABC 7. John's been working on this now for a number of weeks and looking forward to seeing your reports.
Yeah, we all have. We all have in the weather department and in the newsroom as well. Been working on it, trying to get the information out to you folks so that you'll be prepared this hurricane season. The prognosticators for hurricane seasons are all kind of now saying that maybe it'll be a little busier than we had originally thought. It's still pretty early in the season to make these predictions, but the fact is this is a great opportunity for you to call in and get your personal questions answered in a very highly personalized way. So this will be nice for you tomorrow at 7.
All right. Good. Sounds like a great opportunity. Thanks, John. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, even though the election was over months ago, many still speculate what led to the results.
We'll take a look at why one group's turnout dipped for the first time. Stay with us.
It's fine that other people like you. It's more important that you like yourself. And I'm comfortable with every part of me. Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound assures me that I'm not forgotten. They care that I'm okay. My name is Asha Ida Bell. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Grandma, can you come out and play?
Sure, Ellie. Oh my, you might want to come here and help Grandma.
What's the matter, Grandma? Can't you stand?
Oh, sorry, honey. It's my knees. They don't work the way they used to.
Does this ever happen to you? Are you on Medicare? You may qualify for a pain-relieving knee brace at little or no cost to you. Call the Health Hotline to see if you qualify. Our friendly agents are standing by 24/7 to help you. We also have braces for your shoulder, ankle, or back pain. And if you're covered by Medicare, you may qualify for free delivery.
Grandma, slow down. I can't keep up.
Maybe you can use a knee brace too, Ellie. Catch me if you can, kiddo.
Call now to get your pain-relieving knee brace.
Operators are standing by. Call 855-828-0086. That's 855-828-0086. Again, 855-828-0086. That's 855-828-0086.
Looking for something fun to do on a Friday night? Then come to Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Enjoy free live music, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Meet up with friends, enjoy activities for the kids, or make it a special date night. And be sure to stop by the ABC 7 booth and say hello. Mark your calendars for Music on Main, first Friday of the month, 6 to 9 at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by ABC 7 and these sponsors.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Got a little bit of cloud cover out there. Temperature is 75 degrees. We have a dew point of 69, but the cloud cover is coming from showers and thunderstorms way back to the west. So it's not an indication that we're about to get rained on. Unfortunately, we could use a little rainfall around here. A southeast wind comes in at about 5. That southeast wind, though, continues to pump moisture up in our direction and makes the whole column of the atmosphere from ground to sky a little bit more moist. And that's a good thing. As we get into the summertime, we'll continue to see that column of the atmosphere get a little bit more moist each and every day until the rainy season really kicks in officially and gets going. The official climatological start to the rainy season is actually June 1st, so it should be starting in earnest here pretty darn soon. And maybe by the end of the weekend, it's going to feel very summer-like with those afternoon showers and thunderstorms a bit more widespread. 74 degrees, Wauchula 75, Arcadia, Mayaca at 74, so is Parrish, Bradenton at 75, Lakewood Ranch as well, Sarasota at 75, 77s in Venice, Inglewood coming in at 78, the Longboat Key at 80, a little bit warmer right along the immediate coast with that kind of warming, moderating influence of Gulf waters. And then in inland areas a little bit cooler, mid-70s, even have a 71 degrees at Punta Gorda. The southeasterly wind flow is kind of evident with these showers that you see down to our south, kind of ringing the Gulf and Atlantic waters of our state. Not seeing a whole lot over land, and really don't expect to see that occur until we start to kick in a little bit of a sea breeze later on today. Frontal boundary located to the north through the deep south, stretching from the mid-Atlantic down toward Louisiana Delta region, and below that a little disturbance in the atmosphere creating some rain showers there, but dampening out as it gets closer and closer to a big ridge of high pressure that kind of noses in over the state and has for the last several days provided us with lots of sunshine and not a really big rain chance. As that high continues to move further from the state and we develop this southwesterly, southeasterly wind flow, our rain chances will go up. But right now, across the region, for your morning commute, dry as a bone out there. The thunderstorm outlook for today includes better rain chances in the northeast. I think that's where we'll probably see the best chance of rainfall today. And then back toward Kansas City, the potential for some strong to severe weather as well. And I'm talking tornadoes there, hail, gusty winds, that sort of thing. The rest of the country is pretty much going to see just the kind of thunderstorm activity you might expect to see in the summertime. As far as the state of Florida goes, well, high pressure will kind of keep most of those showers and thunderstorms confined to the spine of the state. As that high moves out into the Atlantic, the little trough of low pressure that brings the rain showers back to the west will kind of start to dissipate just a little bit. We get a few more clouds around, a bit more humidity, and maybe a few more showers. The thing is that with that southeasterly wind, we'll start to see those showers that build inland be pushed back toward the coastline as we head into the weekend. That means better rain chances for everyone, maybe some slightly cooler temperatures as well as we get a little more cloud around here. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Let's take a look at Suncoast traffic this morning. Looks like State Road 70 seeing an increase in traffic in both directions as you head east and westbound past 301. Also looks like 41 seeing some congestion, especially in south area of South Sarasota. Bee Ridge Road as you head towards I-75, seeing an increase in traffic as we head into South County as well. Some congestion, it looks like towards Osprey, but other than that, no accidents at 6:15 on your Wednesday morning. One of the reasons Donald Trump won the election over Hillary Clinton last fall was a lack of African-American voters that went to the polls.
A closer look now from our Dwayne Lindo.
So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President. After President Trump pulls what some experts call a huge upset in the 2016 presidential race, research polls find the voter turnout rate at more than 61% was higher than 2012. But for black voters, that wasn't the case.
A lot of African Americans, they kind of fell off or just wasn't that engaged like they were.
According to the Pew Research Center, the black voter turnout rate declined for the first time in 20 years in a presidential election, falling to 59.6% in 2016 after reaching a record high 66.7% in 2012. In Florida, black turnout fell by 4.2 percentage points. Former Bradenton City Council candidate Keenan Wooten says the drop can be attributed to a bigger issue.
I can tie that to just living conditions, the wealth gap here in America, where most African American families are struggling.
And according to Wooten, it's African American millennials that are struggling the most.
And there was a study that said most millennials are staying home with their parents. They're struggling trying to find their way, struggling with life situations. So then they have to come around and try to stay active on the political scale, but that might not be a reality when I'm trying to find out what I'm going to eat tonight, what I'm going to do tonight.
And Wooten is right. The turnout rate increased across racial and ethnic groups with the exception of black millennials, 49.4% of whom turned out in 2016, compared with 55% in 2012, a decline that can be attributed to one common denominator.
No one can come after President Barack Obama as far as the African American community is concerned. I mean, he's their hero. He's our hero.
Barack Obama was no longer on the ballot, and that took a toll.
New College of Florida political professor Frank Alcock says candidates on either side may not have inspired as much enthusiasm as they could have.
You can't pinpoint it with either the campaign and candidacy or the black community, but I think there does need to be a better understanding on all sides that you have to work really, really hard to engage all constituencies.
Wooten says he's more concerned with African American turnout being worse with local races.
The real work is here locally, and that's where a lot of African Americans are just not engaged and not engaged enough. I try to hold these local politicians accountable to be visible, to go to the people, and not just coming out during election time. Stay visible so African Americans can gain your trust and know, hey, I'm in the trenches with you.
Bottom line, says Wooten, the number of voters in the black community needs to increase.
African Americans have been more engaged in the critiquing process of critiquing President Trump, but we're still not engaged at the polls.
Dwayne Lindo, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
In the meantime, turnout was up in the Latino and Asian American categories. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, new developments in the DUI arrest of Tiger Woods.
We'll tell you how officers are saying they found the golf great behind the wheel. After this.
When caring for my wife alone became too much for me, I called my long-term care insurance company to get help from granny nannies. Now the most wonderful nurses help me with her care.
A helping hand and a gentle heart. Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Mom needed more care than we could provide, so we called Granny Nannies. She now has around-the-clock caregivers, and we have peace of mind. Thanks to them, she's where she belongs, at home.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
There's a shot looking toward the northeast from the Rosemary District from our tower camera. The broken clouds. John says almost a carbon copy from yesterday today, but chance of more rain. We'll have his forecast in just a few seconds.
Sounds like it's going to be a hot one then.
Yes.
Welcome back. It is 6:22 on your Wednesday, and there are new details from police on Tiger Woods' DUI arrest in Jupiter, Florida.
Officers say his car was damaged and he was asleep at the wheel, but he says he had not been drinking, but rather using painkillers for his back surgeries. Gio Benitez has the latest.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on Tiger Woods' arrest for suspicion of driving under the influence. According to police documents obtained by ABC News, at 2:03 Monday morning, a Jupiter police officer saw a black 2015 Mercedes stopped in the road, both front tires flat, the car's body significantly damaged. Behind the wheel,
there it is, a win for the ages.
One of the world's most recognizable athletes asleep. The responding officer reporting that Woods' speech was slow and slurred and that he did not know where he was. At one point telling police he was coming from golfing in Los Angeles on his way to Orange County when he was actually 9 miles from his Jupiter, Florida multi-million-dollar mansion. And coming up at 7 a.m., Dan Abrams and Dr. Drew Pinsky weigh in live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, Jupiter, Florida.
Right now at Rent-A-Center, you can get started for just $10. $10 starts any agreement store-wide. But you better hurry. This offer ends soon. Only at Rent-A-Center. Big brands, small payments, all without credit.
What's the best way to get 2 servings of veggies? V8 or a fancy juice store? Ready? Go.
Hi, Juice Universe. 1 large rutabaga with a plat. Done. That's not fair. Glad I had a V8.
The original way to fuel your day. In Cortisone 10, you get the power of 10. The power to take on skin itch and irritation and get fast-acting, long-lasting relief. Relief that lasts 10 full hours. Triumph over the itch with the power of 10. Cortisone 10.
Who knew that my period or sex, even soap, could throw off my pH balance?
Only Vagisil pH Balance Wash has lacto prebiotic. Use it every day to help support a healthy feminine pH. Get more from your wash. Get better intimate health. Vagisil.
Hi, I'm Chef Alan from Aprons Public Cooking School, and this is Chef Bob. I'm going to cook up a nice meal for you today. Bob, what do you got on the agenda?
Well, today we're going to do linguine con gabbaretti. Oh. It's a fancy name for shrimp with linguine, man. Sounds good in Italian. This is from our cooking class, in our cooking school, Italian dish. Very easy dish here. This is just something you go out to eat. You can eat it like that. Shrimp, white wine, lemon. In here, I have butter, shrimp oil. I took the shrimp shells and I cooked it in oil, and I put it here. We did that earlier before. And I had the shallots and the garlic cooking already. That's what we want. We want to fry that up. What we're going to do now with this is we're going to add some shrimp. Now, this dish doesn't take long. You're going to see how fast you have to cook this. So see how that's getting hot? You put your shrimp in there. Now, if you go out to eat in a good restaurant, this is how they'll cook this dish for you. They won't have a pot of it. So we have our shrimp in there, right?
That's great.
We're going to hit it with a little salt and pepper, which I forgot to bring over, but don't worry about it. A little salt and pepper. And then we're going to take a little white wine. What kind of white wine?
White wine that you drink.
Or Italian, exactly. A little white wine. This is how easy this dish is, everybody. And a little fresh lemon juice. So we're going to let that shrimp cook for a second. All right? Now, with the garlic, I sliced the garlic. All right? So sliced garlic is not as strong as, chopped garlic. So just kind of let that go. We'll take a little bit of lobster stock. We're going to put that in there. We're going to take a little bit of fresh parsley. Nice. A little bit of crushed red pepper. And a little bit more butter. And basically, you just cook this shrimp for another minute or two, and we're going to put it over some nice, fresh linguine. Now, fresh linguine, dry linguine, and it's good to go.
Fantastic, Bob. It's a great looking dish. We always like to let you know that our cooking school and our classes are a ton of fun, so please stop by and see us. And for more information, to sign up for one of our fantastic classes, go to Publix.com/cooking school. Thanks a lot, Bob. Great dish.
You got it.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get Debt-Free Now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251. 800-628-1251.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining. The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, a fatal accident shuts down part of US 41 in Venice, what police are investigating.
Plus, we'll tell you how traffic will be affected by a major project on Anna Maria Island.
And just in time for summer, renovations at Turtle Beach Park are now complete. We'll tell you how you can enjoy its new family-friendly features. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning, 6:30 now on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Very peaceful out there. John says a slight increase in chance of rain today, not too much though. Welcome back. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Let's check in with John himself over there in the Weather Center. How are you doing today, John?
Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. Yeah, there is a slight increase in our rain chance, but I want to be very clear here. It's going to be mostly for inland residents. So along the coastline, it's going to be kind of the same sort of day we saw yesterday. A lot of sunshine, heat, bringing our temperatures up to about the 90 mark, and just not a lot of cooling, refreshing afternoon showers. Now that's going to change down the road, but for today, rain chances go up, but they go up for inland residents. We're looking at a lot more moisture around as well, making the humidity feel, I think, a little uncomfortable by afternoon. We've had a few thunderstorms out in Gulf waters, but they will continue to be mostly out in the Gulf. Those will tend to dampen out as the day progresses. A little bit of cloud cover around this morning. The cloud cover caused by some shower and thunderstorm activity back to the west. That's really not going to impact us other than just to bring us those little bits of cloud around. Our daytime high today, again, near 90 with about a 20% chance of showers along the coastline. If that, much better rain chances inland, and the rain chances will be going up for everyone soon. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Checking Manatee County roads first off. Nothing really to report as of this hour, just a few slowdowns across the area. Farther south into Sarasota County, you'll see a problem there at Fruitville as you approach the interstate in front of the Target Plaza there. Otherwise, pretty good. And the South County map will show us some delays. 41 northbound around Business 41. All right, now developing overnight, an apparent suicide bombing during the busy morning rush killed 80 people in Afghanistan and injured over 300 others. It happened in the capital city of Kabul. Witnesses say the blast could be felt a mile away. It happened near the German embassy in a highly secured area. A towering plume of smoke could be seen in the area. It's believed the Taliban is responsible. More information on this during Good Morning America.
Our top local story this morning, police in Venice are investigating a fatal bike accident that caused part of US 41 to be shut down for the entire day yesterday.
A car hit the biker about 9:30 a.m. at the 41 bypass at Venetia Bay Boulevard. That's near the entrance to the Patriots Park area. The accident shut down lanes in both directions until 6 p.m. No word yet on the bicyclist's name or what happened. The driver of the car was not injured. Police in Sarasota cracking down on drivers who don't use their seatbelts. They say 4 in 10. That's right, 40% of drivers in Florida still don't buckle up. They want to reduce that number in Sarasota.
Ask you to buckle up. No matter where you're sitting in a car, whether it be the front seat or the back seat, please wear your seatbelt. That one click could save your life.
Fines for breaking the seatbelt law range from $30 to $60. It remains a secondary offense, meaning they have to pull you over for something else first in Florida.
Jury selection is underway today for a man accused of murdering a teen store clerk in Punta Gorda. 26-year-old Michael Russo is charged with second-degree murder and arson. Back in 2015, investigators say Russo shot and killed 18-year-old Kyle Farasheen while the teen was working an overnight shift at a 7-Eleven in Punta Gorda, and then the man set the store on fire. Russo was later identified in surveillance video carrying a gas can and a long-barreled revolver into the store. That trial is expected to last up to 3 weeks.
Dry conditions are causing more fires in rural Charlotte County this morning. Fires spread to 160 acres around the Babcock and Webb Wildlife Management Area. There are 8 active wildfires, just 85% contained right now. Crews from Charlotte County, the state, and Myakka River have all responded. The Forest Service says no structures are threatened at this hour.
A big project set to get underway in the coming days on Anna Maria Island, but it could cause some slowdowns on your commute.
As our Rick Adams tells us, crews will replace some aging water pipes there.
I'm actually very excited about the project.
That's how Holmes Beach resident Claudia Carlson feels about the upcoming project where underground sewer and water lines will be replaced on Gulf Drive and some of the side streets from Cortez Road West in Bradenton Beach to Manatee Avenue West in Holmes Beach.
The island's infrastructure is old and it needs replacing.
Carlson joined many other folks at a public meeting Tuesday afternoon, which gave complete details about the project and what people can expect. One of those in attendance was longtime Holmes Beach resident and City Commissioner Marvin Grossman. Grossman tells us that he is in full support of the project.
It's going to disturb the island, and that's why I'm here to find out how much. But by the same token, without water and sewer, I think most people would put up with the noise.
Preliminary work on this $7.4 million pipe replacement project will get underway this week, and the construction portion of the project will begin in a few weeks. Officials say the age of the pipes are around 50 years old, and they are reaching their life expectancy. They tell us it's something that absolutely needs to be done despite some of the headaches that are expected for drivers and for people who live on Anna Maria Island.
They should know ahead of time if we're going to be in their neighborhood or community. And yes, there will be lane closures, there will be some detour routes in place, and so you got to allow extra time for that and just be patient when you're out there.
This project is expected to be finished sometime in the summer of 2019. On Anna Maria Island, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
The city will hold several informational meetings in the coming weeks on Anna Maria.
Also on the island, new details on a restaurant owner who was arrested for violating a noise ordinance. The state now dropping charges against the owner of the Freckled Fin restaurant in Bradenton Beach, Scott Labor. He was arrested in early April for a misdemeanor noise violation due to live entertainment at his restaurant. Bradenton Beach police say numerous complaints and warnings forced them to arrest him. But earlier this month, the state issued a notice to the city saying that a criminal charge will no longer be filed. Since that arrest, commissioners have debated changing the current noise ordinance, but so far they have not taken any action.
The city of Venice is weeks away from spending $2.5 million to remove lime pits in the area. Yeah, since the 1970s, much of Pinebrook Park has been closed to the public because of lime left in the area. That means a special company will come in, scoop out all the lime, do soil testing, then fill the area with dirt and gravel. The city had other options, including just covering the whole area with filled dirt, but they elected instead to remove all the lime instead.
I don't remember exactly the volume, but it's pretty deep, so they'll be using some deep excavating appliances to actually dig the lime out. The lime has another use. It will be reused for fertilizer material, I understand, by the company that's taking it.
And once the lime is gone, the chain link fences will be removed. That will open up a large part of the park that's been closed for many years.
An investigation is underway into what caused a boat to capsize in Sarasota Bay, leaving 3 kids hanging on for dear life. It happened near the Ringling Museum on Monday. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission is trying to piece what exactly happened. Early indications point to a possible problem with the driver not having the boat's trim tabs in the right position, but some say it all boils down to a lack of experience.
Just because they took some water in over the transom doesn't mean the boat had to sink. If you have the experience to recognize that's a problem and you're aware of your surroundings, there are actions you can take to get rid of that water.
No one was hurt in that incident, but the boys were returned to their parents at the 10th Street boat ramp.
A messier than usual holiday weekend on Siesta Key Beach. Look at this video we received from a viewer showing all the trash left behind on America's #1 beach. Crews from Sarasota County, the Natural Resources Department, and many volunteers and also birds spent the day picking up the garbage. County officials say all the beaches were cleared to normal status in time for this morning. And happening today, Sarasota County is cutting the ribbon on a series of upgrades at Turtle Beach, from redesigned playgrounds to kayak landings. Renovations are now complete, and today they'll have a party at 10:30 a.m. to mark the renovations at that beach on the southern tip of the key. It was my first time there this past weekend.
Oh, I love that beach, and I'm always amazed by the differences in sand from Turtle Beach to Siesta Beach, and they're just so different, and they're really not all that far away.
There's a huge difference. It's not quite as flowery down there in Turtle Beach.
Yeah.
No, it's not, and it all has to do really with the shape of the coastline.
Okay.
And what kind of sediments are just offshore.
Sense.
We have, of course, the very powdery sand caused by quartz. A lot of little animals, little teeny tiny microscopic animals out there in Gulf waters will chomp on that microscopic quartz and then deposit it on the shoreline where it forms our lovely beaches.
Interesting. I did not know
Other
that.
places, you know, you have areas where you get an awful lot of little shark's teeth, which are fun down by Venice.
Those are my favorite to find.
Yeah.
Forecast coming up in a second.
All right, still had a good morning. Suncoast, Ariana Grande returning to Manchester.
Why she's heading back overseas to the site of that tragic bombing, and who will be joining her after this.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
I'm Alan Cohn. Letting internet providers pick favorites. The fight over net neutrality intensifies. Find out how it could impact the way you use the web.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Taking a look at current conditions across the area, we have a dew point value that is still in the 60s in most locations. 69 degrees officially at the airport. And we have a little bit of cloud cover out there right now as well. Cloud cover caused by some shower and thunderstorm activity out in Gulf waters, kind of being blown right across the state by upper level winds. 75 degrees the air temperature, and that southeast wind at the surface continues to kind of bring up low level moisture, which will help in increasing the amount of shower and thunderstorm activity I think we're going to see in inland areas today. Not so much along the coastline. 74 Wauchula, Arcadia, the same, so's Mayaca. We're looking at 74 in Parrish, Bradenton, 75, Lakewood Ranch, 76 Northport, and 71 in Punta Gorda. Temperatures generally in the mid-70s in those locations. Closer to the coastline, a little bit warmer, 79 degrees at Longboat Key, 77 in Venice and Inglewood. As we head into the afternoon, I think everybody will be solidly in the 90s and inland areas probably in the mid-90s. You can see that there's a fair amount of moisture in the atmosphere in the deep south right now. In those areas where there's a little bit of a kicker in the atmosphere. To get things going, the showers are a little bit more widespread. Along a stalled frontal boundary, for instance, there's a lot of showery activity ongoing again this morning from the mid-Atlantic all the way down toward the Louisiana Delta region. Just off the coast of the Florida Peninsula, there are some showers in progress because of a little area of low pressure out there. And little lines of convergence caused by this southeasterly wind flow are creating some convergent showers that are basically out in the waters and really won't affect land. Now, what we need to see is a little bit of a kicker over the land area as well to get things going. And that will happen this afternoon in the form of a sea breeze. That sea breeze will move inland, collide with that generally light southeasterly wind flow, and we will see some showers pick up in inland areas. Now, the steering winds for these showers are pretty light, so I think a lot of these showers are going to build and die exactly in the same locations, or there might be a slight drift off to the north and to the west, but there won't be much of a westerly push. Now, that could change as we head into the next 24 hours, and that's good because we need some rainfall closer to the coastline as well. Taking a look at the fire danger index, which again is that number that shows how likely it is for a fire to start and then get out of control. And in some locations, it's not a good situation. Manatee County is still seeing a very high fire danger index. And in Sarasota, where yesterday we had a low fire danger index, well, we now have a moderate fire danger index. And in many locations, the fire danger index is above that in the high category. So we're still somewhat of a tinderbox, and we have to be careful with flame. We could use a little rainfall around. We still have a large year-to-date deficit of rainfall. And I think we're going to get some more in the next several days as this high drifts out into the Atlantic. We'll start to see more and more of a consistent southeasterly wind flow, which will take those showers that are started by our sea breeze in inland areas and push them back toward the coastline as the sea breeze dies out later in the day. So everyone will get a chance of rainfall, I think particularly by Saturday. Frontal boundary to the north kind of stays to the north. It tries to sink a little bit further to the south, but it doesn't have much of a chance of doing that. So today, a few more clouds around, a bit more humidity making it feel a little more sticky, and a few more showers in mostly inland areas. Now, the forecast for the next several days will feature increasing rain chances, and I think by Friday into Saturday, there'll be some decent rain chances for everyone, inland and near the coast. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Let's take a look at traffic across the Suncoast this morning. State Road 70 seeing an increase in traffic between I-75 and 301. Also, looks like there is an accident in US 301 and State Road 62 as we head on to 41 into Sarasota County, rather. Looks like looking pretty good. Some congestion on Bee Ridge Road as you get off of Clark Road. Also, there you can expect some delays in Orange Avenue for the remainder of the week due to some construction crews out there for Florida Power and Light. As we take a look into South County, pretty quiet throughout that area at 6:48 on your Wednesday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, confirmed reports of Florida's first known case of dog flu.
University of Florida scientists have confirmed 7 cases and 6 others are pending now. All of the infected dogs are being treated and are in stable condition. And in answer to your next question, no, there's no evidence this can be spread to humans. And even though it has been the country since 2015, this is the first time dog flu has been confirmed in Florida, to which I say, what next?
Very true.
Ariana Grande is heading back to Manchester for a charity concert this Sunday.
And some big names will be joining the benefit concert as well, including Coldplay, Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, and Pharrell Williams. The One Love Manchester show will be held at the city's Old Trafford Cricket Ground less than 2 weeks after a bomber killed 22 people at an Ariana Grande concert in Manchester. The proceeds from that concert will go to an emergency fund set up by the city of Manchester and the British Red Cross.
Breast cancer has returned for Olivia Newton-John. The singing legend had previously battled the disease back in 1992, had chemotherapy, a partial mastectomy, but now it's back again, and she is canceling her upcoming summer tour that was set to begin in a few weeks. A statement on Facebook said she is confident she will be back later in the year.
And new developments this morning in the sale of the Miami Marlins. A potential buyer for the baseball team is reportedly dropping out of the bid. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush ending his pursuit for the team that'll likely cost more than $1 billion to buy. Bush led a group that included former Yankee star Derek Jeter, who may also still explore a bid with other investors. The front runner now to buy the Marlins becomes businessman Tag Romney, son of former Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney.
I've got a solution for baseball. Fewer games. 182 games a year?
That is a lot. Could you imagine playing in all of those?
No, if I was paid that much, I would.
Right, well, yeah.
But, geez, I got tens of thousands of fans expected for each game. That's asking a lot, I still think.
But people are still going.
Yeah, it's not as many as they used to.
Yeah.
6:50 right now, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. Students at an Arizona high school have a very interesting senior tradition.
We'll show you how they use their leftover papers and classwork for some old-fashioned fun after this.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
How long have we been married there?
For 76 years.
He was kind and generous to me before we married, and he was kind and generous to me all these years. We decided on Meals on Wheels because I was getting to the point where I couldn't do all the things that I had been able to do. We're the Spans. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone.
Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Very artistic framing of our bump shot there. We've got buildings on both sides, the bridge in the middle.
Looks beautiful there.
Mix of sun and clouds today as some cars, one car heads over the Ringling
The lone car, there it is. No, lots of cars on that roadway as the day develops.
Certainly will. 6:54 on this Wednesday morning.
Let's take a look at some of your top local stories here on the Suncoast for you today.
Police in Venice investigate a fatal bike accident that caused part of US 41 to shut down for most of the day yesterday. A car hit the biker near the 41 bypass at Venetia Bay Boulevard around 9:30 a.m. near the entrance to Patriots Park. Still no word, though, on the bicyclist's name or exactly what happened yesterday.
And dry conditions causing more wildfires in rural Charlotte County this morning. Fires spread to 160 acres around the Babcock and Webb Wildlife Management Area. There are 8 active wildfires that are 85% contained. The Forest Service says no structures are threatened at this time.
And happening today, a ribbon-cutting ceremony to highlight the renovations at Turtle Beach Park on South Siesta Key. Sarasota County will show off its new parking, picnic areas, and kayak launch during a ceremony at 10:30 a.m.
All right, taking a look at traffic. Looks like State Road 70 heading towards I-75, seeing some congestion and a big slowdown through 301 and State Road 70. Also looks like Bee Ridge Road and 41 heading northbound, seeing an increase in traffic. And South County looking pretty good on your morning commute, John.
Well, we're looking at about a 20% chance of showers near the coast, much higher chances inland today. But by Saturday or Friday or Saturday, we'll look for better rain chances for everyone.
An unusual tradition in an Arizona high school. On the last day, all the seniors throw papers over the stairwell and let the underclassmen clean it up later. I'd like to think that each year there's fewer and fewer papers and fewer trees being knocked down and as computers continue, but that's the very harmless prank they play at this high school in Arizona.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Should we start doing that with our
do it
papers
right
at the
now.
end of the news?
All right.
Meanwhile, all the maintenance crew take a day off.
Right. We would have to clean it up. Have a great day, y'all.